In this lesson, we'll start with our design process. More specifically, we'll build our grid on which we will then design our elements, and we'll also import our Chrome frame graphic, which we downloaded a couple of lessons ago. So, this is our PSD file we created. I've already got it opened, and what I usually do is first create a grid. I use a very standard grid, 12-column grid with 30 pixel gutters. It's in total that is 1200 pixels wide. I usually use this nice little Photoshop plugin. I've included the download link in the reference files, and this is just basically how it works. So you've got the vertical grid column and the horizontal grid column. For this specific design, we'll just use our vertical grid columns. So what we need is 12 columns. We need each column to be 70 pixels wide, and we need a 30 pixel wide gutter. We also need a gutter midpoint guide. You'll see how that actually works when I make the grid. But before I create the grid, it's also better to make our canvas a bit smaller. I'll let you'll see why actually, but let's just do this right now. Let's set the width to 1170 pixels wide. Proceed with that. So we've got our grid settings, and we click the make grid. It now produces our grid. As you can see, we've got 12 columns. It's got 30 pixel gutters, and it spans all the way from our left hand side to our right hand side, so full width of our canvas, which is 1170 pixels wide. Now let's change the canvas again, make it the same as before, which is 1600 pixels wide, and leave the anchor in the middle so you'll get more space on your left and on your right side. Just like so. What we've actually done now is used our grid and we've positioned it in the center. So now let's just make the background white, like so. And that is basically our grid now. Let's also do the Chrome frame. We've got that in our materials. We've got the Google Chrome PSD file. Let's open it up. And like you can see, we've got the frame here, which we will include in our design file. So let's look at our layers. You can see this is the top title. We can delete that, and we've got the background. We can delete that. We've also got the browser body. We can delete that as well. And what actually then remains is the frame that we'll actually use. So we can just select all of these layers here. Let's group them together and rename that to, say, browser. What I actually, well, no, let's do that on another one. So just rename it browser. Remove the auto select, and oh, apparently I'm missing something, which is the background here. Okay, let's move that inside as well, and now, yeah, now we can move the whole frame, put it here right on top of our design, like so. And like I said earlier, I like to name my main groups, my main sections of the design properly. So what I usually do is do / and type in browser all caps lock, and let's also change this to say yellow. Okay, now we also need to position it and expand it so it has the full width of our canvas page. So let's turn auto select on for layers, and let's select this one, which is the background, and expand it all the way like so. Let's also now click which is the settings. Here you can see that's it, and move this one on the right hand side, and let's offset it from the right for, let's say, 10 pixels should be good enough. And we also need to expand our Omnibox address bar. Is it named in the layers? Like so. I use the Command and T shortcut to use the transformation tool. And let's be a little more precise than that. So we put it all the way so it sticks together. And like before, we've got 10 pixels on the right side of our settings icon. Let's do 10 pixels from the address bar. What we do is we set the anchor on the left side, and we reduce the width by 10 pixels, like so. This is nice now. So if you take a look at 100%, we've got our Chrome frame now. We've got our grid. We won't be using the browser layers anymore, so we can just log this and save. So we've now prepared our Photoshop file for our design to design the elements inside. We've built the grid on which we will be designing, and we've also included the Chrome frame for a more natural feel how the web page will actually look like.